I mean, everyone in crypto says that Bitcoin can become like a gold, like a safety, but as of now, it's still a risk asset. So when the stock market dumps, crypto tends to dump. When the stock market rallies sharply, crypto tends to rally sharply. So there definitely is a correlation, but I think eventually that will break, at least with Bitcoin, where it becomes more of a safety hedge when the stock market gets crazy, but we're not there yet.
Gold is set to outperform stocks and cryptocurrencies in 2023 as the Federal Reserve eases on its tightening cycle, according to Gareth Soloway, president of Verified Investing Education and InTheMoneyStocks.com. Before going further in this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more interesting news. Bitcoin slipped to as low as $15,700 in November as the crypto market deal with the insolvency of crypto exchange FTX and bearish sentiment in global stock markets. Prices mostly range between $15,700 and $17,500 until the first week of January. The cryptocurrency has surged since then, alongside growth in Ether, decentralized finance markets, and the broader equity market. Before retreating, Bitcoin reached 5-month highs above $23,500 earlier this week as traders took profits. However, some analysts, including Soloway, say that while overall market sentiment cannot be called bullish just yet, the recent price and on-chain data suggests that Bitcoin could be in the later stages of a bear market. Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency market has held steady following the Federal Reserve's announcement that the central bank has hiked interest rates by 25 basis points.
So with crypto, I don't really day trade it at this point, because mainly there's not enough opportunity. So the stocks, you have earnings, you have all these other events, some stocks go up on days, others go down. And so I'm very into like day trading stocks that are liquid. Crypto, because most crypto follows Bitcoin. And when I say crypto for trading, like the top 20, I'm not going to trade a coin that's like 1,000 on the list because there's no volume there. But in the top 20, most coins are going to go in the direction. So if Bitcoin is going to go up, chances are you're going to see an uptick in all the others. So I don't day trade crypto, I just swing trade it. So I'm not a believer that the bottom is in yet on crypto. And again, I've been through the dot-com bubble, I've been through the 2008, 2009 Great Recession. And one of the things, or many of the things that I've seen are not occurring yet in crypto to dictate a bottom yet. So for me, I look at this rally and it's an awesome rally, but to me, it's a bear market rally. And we just have to be a little careful here because you have a lot of unforeseen issues. Is there another FTX type scenario? What if the stock market collapses 25% and we know it's crypto's a risk asset? So I'm in the camp we still haven't made those lows. I think eventually we're going to head down. I think Ethereum could even pierce $1,000 again. And I even think Bitcoin could go to like $9,000 to $10,000 before the bottom's in. But the positive is it will be the buying opportunity of a lifetime. One of the concerns I have with cryptocurrency right now is that crypto got so bullish so fast. Like literally the hype is insane right now, and we're just 40% off of the lows. And if you zoom out on the chart, like let me chart here, like I want people to just keep in mind that this is what we're all hyped up about. Now it's a nice move, nothing to take away from it, but look at how far away we are, yet people are telling you that this is the new bull market. I've never seen a bull market come after a bear where everyone got bullish this quickly. Usually you see people very scared for the first 30–40% upside before they're willing to trust that it is a new bull market, and we're not seeing that here. So psychologically, there's some issues there as well.
The unexpected developments that took place towards the year's end, such as a trend towards the removal of creator royalties and FTX collapse, will reshape the space in 2023. If Bitcoin is bullish, it's not only good news for Bitcoin, but the whole market in cryptocurrencies, since the others broadly move in line with the leader. So do you think is crypto back in business? If we're in a bull market, and I think we are, you have to prepare yourself. We have to prepare for the down days now because in a bull market, they're buying opportunities. Still, the primary cryptocurrency has shown an impressive comeback compared to the decline in 2022. It traded at around $16,500 on the first day of the new year, meaning its valuation
gold, I continue to like gold, even though it's rallied way too much near term. I wouldn't buy it right now, but gold is also another thing that I think will continue to break out this year. And I think if I'm right, crypto will bottom this year, just a little bit later in the year, and I actually like Bitcoin at that point as well. I'm actually even more bearish on the stock market than I am on crypto. I think crypto will bottom before the stock market bottoms, and it will be actually an alternative for hedge fund managers as we get regulation. And one of the biggest things for crypto is we have to have regulation so we get transparency so people can't see their money stolen overnight. But once we get that, institutions will be interested in kind of buying in, and then we'll start getting in a situation where I do think that it bottoms before the stock market. But I think we're hitting by second half, we're in a recession in the stock market, and I think we will see quite a bit of downside. I'll show my S&P chart again lastly here just to show you, but I actually do have it priced in that at very least we're going to head to this trend line on the spiders, the S&P, which is the pre-COVID. This was the high just before the COVID collapse. Based on the Fed, based on interest rates holding where they are, that's where we should head at minimum, maybe even to the downside here. Here we go. This is the S&P chart. And again, just to note here, eventually I do think we break lower to this level and then even down here. So you're looking like, I still think we have downside of 25% on the S&P 500 this year into 2024.
Bitcoin is already seeing a drawdown, which has sparked speculation that the mini bull run has come to an end. However, over the long term, there is still a bullish case for the digital asset, but how high the price will go remains anyone's best guess. Plan B said the price of Bitcoin will likely be above $32,000 in 2024, which is the year of the next Bitcoin halving. On a much longer basis, the model puts the price of Bitcoin between $100,000. With each halving, the Bitcoin supply is reduced, something he also highlights in his own analysis. This traps the irrational investors who buy at higher prices, transferring wealth by giving the institutions an opportunity to convert their holdings into cash. There are those who argue that Bitcoin is a bubble and that ultimately cryptocurrencies are worthless. That's a separate debate for another day. If we assume there is a future for blockchains, which are the online ledgers that enable cryptocurrencies, the key question is when Bitcoin will reach the accumulation phase that typically ends a bear phase in any market.
For me, one of the worst scenarios was I had just built my account up to $100,000. And, I was riding high, and of course this is the worst. When you get a little cocky and you don't kind of respect the market, they will crush you. And I still remember I got into day trade and I put too much money in to start and it kept dropping. And then what did I do? Well, I averaged in more. I put more money in. And before you knew it, I had my whole count leveraged out in this one position and it never bounced. And at the end of the day, I was down 70,000 on that 100,000. And I basically undid probably a year of hard work building it up to that level. And I still remember that feeling of just like awe and like this haze. And it made me, that was a big turning point in my trading career where I had to really step back and I say, listen, you can't give up the profits from 12 months in one trade or 6 months in one trade. You have to limit how much you're putting in these things so that you consistently build, but no one trade demolishes your trading account. I've started to inch in, when Bitcoin was around 17,000, I started what I call a hodl position, which is basically beginning to hold a little bit for a longer term. And one of the things I do, and this is a really good tidbit of advice, is that anytime I get into a trade or a hodl position like this on Bitcoin, I never look at it and I say, I'm going to put all the money I think, I'm going to put it all in right here. What I do is I think about first, and this is the first step, how much money am I okay investing in Bitcoin as a hodl position? So let's say it's $1 million. And then what I do is I divide it up into segments. I say, okay, my first entry probably going to be wrong, but at least I have skin in the game if it starts to rip. So I take, let's say, 200,000 and I put it in there. Then if it drops another 3,000, I put another 200 in. If it drops another 3,000, 200,000 in. And ultimately, I accumulate that way. And the idea is that no one knows where Bitcoin will bottom. I have my thesis, but I don't know necessarily if I'm going to be right. So I want to have some skin in the game. And that's really what I do here. So there is a little Bitcoin, and then really the other place is gold. Gold, again, I always remind myself that gold since ancient Egypt, since even before that, gold was a precious metal that people used as a store of safety. And so I don't hold a lot of gold longer term, but it's enough to make me sleep good at night. That if I woke up one day and the grid was down and I couldn't get money out of the bank, if, let's say Bitcoin, I couldn't access my Bitcoin or exchange it, at least I would have a little gold to protect my family to buy things with in that scenario.
Bitcoin will likely see its first golden cross since September 2021 in the next week or two, according to charting platform TradingView. Meanwhile, the S&P 500 averages appear on track to produce the golden cross on Thursday. As expected, the central bank stepped down to a smaller 25 basis point rate hike on Wednesday, lifting the benchmark borrowing cost to the new range of 4.5% to 4.75%, while downplaying the risk of tightening-induced economic recession, bringing cheer to risk assets. What are your thoughts on Gareth Soloway's prediction about Bitcoin and its bull run 2023? You expect digital assets to perform beyond investors' expectations? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like our content, give this video a big thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel.